No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Tennessee's offense will have the football first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder. Harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though, and David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his...
Turning it on! Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Davis.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The RPO, it's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This team has been built on him, and he's had an unbelievable season.
Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Pulls and fires complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make.
Close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be third and long. They want to throw it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And, man, this one getting off to a slow start, trying to get some points on the board, and the dreaded doink. And listen, points at a premium right now because nobody scored. But, man, that was inches away from being really good. We're still tied 0-0.
Behind the change now on second and long. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Back to pass on second down. Trying to set up the screen. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And the Volunteers are threatening on first and goal. gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Tennessee! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out, the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Sooners will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He wants to change this route. Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 15. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Snap from the gun on third down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out what
the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
The Volunteers are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the ball's in a good spot here with second and short. They'll leave it with him. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown ball. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Woo. Deep breath, right? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete to the right. Just keeps moving. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Sooners want to move quickly. The play-action fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. And the Volunteers can really attack on this second and short. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. He breaks into the open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes a grab. And he hauled it in but couldn't quite get it to the end zone. Defense forces him out of bounds at the 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job on the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He'll start this drive firing. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off-play action on first down. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Volunteers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Snagged in the middle. It's Canty. They'll immediately call timeout. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires on the run. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They boot it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you...
That's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. From the gun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Canty. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. And the Sooners are on the move. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Gets it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on 3rd.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Whitney. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Rides to back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They're working that left side. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one. To make life easier on this kicker is so important to this team.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Tried to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th, and they can't move the chains. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but
he's into the open down the middle. He's at the 40. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback hung up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. Found the spot in the defense. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a 1st down.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Quick strike complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Vols look to keep this drive humming.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Got his man down the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tennessee. make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. And they did tack on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get... First down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has...
Fires one high and deep. Snags it down the right side. And he picks up a... chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th, big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Sooners are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does.
Oh, a lot of space. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Terrier, 42, spot.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Vols! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live for the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34. The Sooners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilcox. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. The Sooners kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've gotten really productive play from their quarterback as well. A most impressive outing. It's as if he's seeing things before they happen, and he has the numbers and the scores to prove it.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this...
Wide open spaces. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Using the quick game. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He wants to throw it again. Going for 6. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that...
Turning it on! And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today, but build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He'll keep it himself. Sweet cut there.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option. No.
Oh, he's got some space.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Here comes the offense on first down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And down he goes, and that's going to do it.